Now that we know what a function is, let's practice using a function and let's find certain values of the function at different values of x. Let's say we have f of x equals 4x minus 7. And we want to figure out what f of 1 is, and we also want to figure out what f of 3 is. Alright, well, let's start with the first one. So f of 1 so we replace wherever we see x for 1. So that's the same thing as 4 times, instead of x, we write 1 minus 7. So 4 minus 7 is negative 3. And we are done. Let's try one more. So f of 3. So now we replace everywhere we see an x with a 3. So we do 4 times 3 minus 7. So 4 times 3 is 12. 12 minus 7, that is 5. Alright, let's try a different function. Let's say we have the function f of x equals, let's say this is a piecewise function. So if you've never been introduced to a piecewise, don't worry, you're gonna understand what a piecewise is right here. So let's say f of x equals x plus 7 for when x is positive, so for positive x values, and positive x, and f of x equals x to the third for, let's call that x squared actually. So f of x is x squared for any for negative x's. All right, well, so we have a relationship that is represented by a function, and we have two different scenarios. So we have, for positive x's, we have f of x is x plus 7, and for negative x's, we have f of x is x squared. And we want to figure out what f of 4 is, and we also want to figure out what f of negative 4 is. So let's go ahead and do that. So the first one is f of 4. Okay, so let's see which one we're going to use. So it says for positive x's, you have to use x plus 7. So for an input of 4, we add 7 to it for positive x's. So we substitute where we see x for 4. So we get 4 plus 7. So f of 4 is 11. Now we're going to do f of negative 4. So f of negative 4 is a negative number, so we're going to use x squared. So our input is negative 4, and our output, we have to use the relationship x squared. So we're going to get negative 4 squared, which is equal to negative 4 times negative 4, which is equal to 16. So 16.